Akhil from Bombay, Akhil Ganatra. Your brother is also listening to you, so you had better be careful of what you say.
Hello everyone, it's great to be on this panel. We've got some, how do you say, very grounded and experienced people, and they've seen how the industry has grown. As I said in the beginning, that we're moving into a data economy whereby if we track, which means the definition of resilience in itself is changing over time. In which case it becomes really important, and we already have the technology to do it. Intelligent building management systems have become a checkbox currently, whereas using them for seeing how an asset or infrastructure is used in terms of its densities, in terms of its flow, even in terms of increasing their efficiency. For example, any asset can be built up to become a net zero energy project. It's about investing, making money back, and reinvesting. So the first, I feel, very important point is that we have reached a stage in life where resilience and the environment around us is changing much more dynamically than we ever have had. So by having data sensory points and designers especially staying engaged as the asset operates, because typically like Charanjit sir is there, Premnath sir is there, they would design the asset. Once the operator is engaged, they're out of the asset. If the same designers, whether they're engineering designers or architects, could get a feedback loop of what's happening or what they had originally thought of designing, the efficiency of the same asset can keep going up as time goes by. So that's, sort of one central point I think is very important in terms of data intelligence. The second thing we feel very consciously of is part operability. If any of the cities we're talking about today, Delhi, Bombay, Bangalore, if you look out of the window, you'll see innumerable amount of construction happening, and the asset of the city is getting blocked or is getting dead. How can we start building things in parts so that they can start getting occupied? At a psychology level, people will have to also adapt to it, is because they have to know as consumers that construction technology has become more dry and modular. And when it comes to safety, it can be very well managed. So even when we are looking at these skyscrapers coming up and 7 years, 8 years, it's just a construction site. You look at the metro construction, large parts and strips are blocked away from the city. How can that be done more clinically, which means giving spaces back to the city or giving spaces back to the people who are going to occupy it? In terms of what you've mentioned with regards to labor and how migrant labor is currently getting dealt with, what's happened is that we're conveniently ignoring them at this point in time because their level of education is a lot lower. You are almost thinking to yourself that, okay, these guys are just going to come and do the work they're supposed to do. But now all these people have got data in their hand. They've got phones in their hand to be able to track productivity. At the bottom of the pyramid becomes really important, because only with productivity you can give socio-economic benefits to them. And socio-economic benefits have to be result oriented, because if you start giving people who are not achieving productivity these benefits, you're just going to get a more lazy economy. So data needs to go down straight to the bottom of the pyramid as well. And sort of last point, as we've been talking about, and so most of everyone, especially KDR sir, has spoken about it, is how can you have a self-sustaining community? In India, we come from a farming economy. So secretly, if you think to yourself, within 100-kilometer radius of any city that we're living in, we should be able to produce bulk of the food we need. We don't need to import it. What is important is, because the weather is changing so quickly, we have to define the grades of our farms. Natural farming independently may not service food, but we can do temperature control, humidity control. So there have to be scales and grades of farm that can generate produce for fulfilling a city even. And when you talk about towns, villages, it becomes even more easier. So that's all from my end.
Very nice. Extremely passionate. You're the baby of the team, but I think you made a great deal of sense in what you said. You're right about this.